if such a extraordinary event happened, why is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud the only witness? Well, he's not. We have more eyewitnesses. Who are they? Let's name more. Jubair ibn Mut'im. Well, who was Jubair ibn Mut'im? He was somebody who was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but he became a Muslim in 628 at the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. So that would mean that before the migration of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, from Mecca to Medina, which was around 622, he was a non-Muslim. So he was from Mecca, and as a non-Muslim, he witnessed this account, and he has an eyewitness account that is on your screen. Imam Ahmad in his Musnad, Imam Tirmidhi in his Jami', authentic narration, where he also says that I witnessed it, I saw that during the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the moon split and came back together. So now you have another witness, and we have the same details about him and everybody that he reported to. Who was his father? It was Mut'im ibn Adi. Who did he have a son? Yes. One of his sons was Nafi' ibn Jubair. When did he die? 679. So with all of that clear detail, we have another eyewitness. First, that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, who was a Muslim already, and the other, Jubair, who was not a Muslim at that time, that later accepted Islam. Okay, well, so you got two. How many else can you give us? Many more. Hudayfa ibn Yaman. Hudayfa ibn Yaman, he was also a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. We have the exact same details: father, mother, children, where he lived, how good was his memory, what kind of a person was he, what he did. All of that detail is present, and Abu Nu'aym and Al-Bayhaqi and others have mentioned his narration. So this is also, it's on your screen. He was also an eyewitness to the account. More, let's give you more. Anas ibn Malik. Anas ibn Malik, the interesting thing about him is he's born in 612 and he dies in 711. And he's from Medina. And he, in Sahih al-Bukhari, he also witnesses this event. So that means the people of Medina were also witnesses to this event. Okay, Abdullah ibn Abbas, also another witness, authentic. We have Abdullah ibn Umar, who was the son of Umar ibn Khattab, famous companion, also an authentic narration. Now, some of them, they are physical witnesses, and there are other companions who were too young, so they asked the people of Mecca who witnessed it and got the information from them. Many, many, many reports. We can go on. But a very important report from eyewitnesses is what's reported by Ibn Kathir in Bidayah wa Nihaya, in one of the famous books of Islamic history called Bidayah wa Nihaya. It is also reported by Abu Nu'aym, and is also reported by Ibn Sayyid al-Nas. In this narration, it lists non-Muslims who were eyewitnesses. So we've already given you 6, 7 of the Muslims or those that became Muslim after this event that witnessed it. But now I'm going to give you of non-Muslims. Who were they? Walid ibn Mughira. We have his history as well. We have the famous Abu Jahl, whose actual name is Amr ibn Hisham. We have Al-As ibn Hisham. We have As ibn Wa'il. We have all of these people that were non-Muslims. Not just them. We have Al-Aswad ibn Abdul Yaghuth. Yaghuth was one of the idols, and his father was named as the slave of that idol. He was a non-Muslim. Al-Aswad here. Al-Aswad ibn Muttalib, Zam'a ibn al-Aswad, another ibn al-Harith. These 8 mushrikeen, polytheists that were there, they were the ones that challenged the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and said, if you are a true prophet, split this moon. They are witnesses in this narration that the moon split. Now, this is very important because these are opponents. These are enemies. If the moon didn't split, they would be the first one to come out and say, you know what? We put this challenge and it didn't happen. But they were all eyewitnesses, even as enemies, that the moon did split. Ibn Kathir had this in Bidayah wa Nihaya, and I've put the reference and the scan of the book. This is in Arabic, obviously, on the screen. Al-Hafiz Abu al-Qasim al-Tabrani, the famous scholar of history, and others, Al-Qadi Iyad and others have mentioned this narration. Now, Qadi Iyad, one of the great scholars, historians, in his book called Al-Shifa, Sayyid Nas, another great scholar, in his Uyun al-Athar, and I put the pictures on the screen for you to know about these books. They mention a very important narration, and Ibn Kathir has this in Bidayah wa Nihaya, that not only did these enemies of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, witness this, but they said that if this man, Muhammad, peace be upon him, has done some kind of magic, this is a trick, then he may have fooled us, but he will not have fooled the whole world. This is a skeptical question, and this is good. So they said, we will ask those caravans that were out to Yemen or to Syria, that were out, that were not in Mecca, whether they saw this event or not. And this is a question that somebody may have. If this event happened, why did people outside of Mecca not see it? Well, they did. In this narration, they asked the caravans that returned to Mecca, and every single one of them confirmed that they also saw the moon split.